butter salt.
Did you start it? Well, hey, how are you guys this afternoon? We're just waiting. It just turned 2 o'clock. So we're going to wait just a few minutes and see who joins us. I'm trying again to figure out this computer and the phone and all that other stuff. They pick at me because when we come to the staff meetings and stuff, I bring a paper calendar and a pencil. I'm not all fancy with all of this stuff. So we're going to see if I can't get it to let me see who's on so I can talk to you guys while we're on
You need help?
I might need help. Hang on. Oh, nope, there I am. I think if I play me, yep, it's a little bit up. I'm looking to see.
Do you see anybody getting
Hey,
one?
I think I just saw Miss Claudia and Mr. Kim, Mr. Marty and Miss Kim.
Yep.
And Miss Kelly White Cotton.
Mhm.
Is that them?
Mhm.
Hey, I see Miss Nancy too. Look, I think I did something. Okay, so I can see that they joined, and Claudia waved at me. Is that right? Look at me. I'm being super high tech. So, how is everybody today? Y'all been good? I'm pretty sure y'all have probably been outside, but just in case you haven't, you should totally check it out because it's absolutely gorgeous. It's so pretty. I see them. I see Miss Claudia said yes. That was her that I waved at her. But we're going to hang out for just a few minutes and give everybody a chance to join us and see. There's Nancy saying hey. Okay, who's at Miss Kelly's house? Is that right? Reagan or Tyler? I can see a hey, Miss Whitney. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Steven. Hey, Brian.
They're getting
Hey,
them for
Reagan.
me.
I see that it's you. All right, Reagan, if you have a way to contact Kalina. And Kalina and Brinley, I don't know if you're watching, but if you are, happy birthday. It is March 25th, a Wednesday. It's Kalina Schoolage's birthday. So, and it is Ava Edwards' first birthday. So today's a good day. Even if it wasn't so beautiful, it's still a really good day. All right, let's see who else is on with us. Hey, Brian, sup to you. All right, and let's see. I'm so excited I can see y'all. This is awesome. Hey, Miss Gail. I saw Miss Gail Bornholt. She said, hey, I hope y'all are all having a good day. I did not forget about getting the teenager out to help you with stuff. It is absolute. Miss Gail needs some help around the house with some yard stuff. So we're trying to find her a teenager. Hey, Tyler, I saw you too. So today, I wanted to show y'all something. Did you know that you can grow a star? I saw this on Pinterest and I thought it was pretty cool. So I thought you guys might like to see it. So here we go. You ready?
You should tell them about the note card.
What? Oh, yeah. So Allie and I tried this experiment where you take
My
a
vote
note
was
card.
correct.
Huh?
My vote was correct, but it didn't work.
Yeah. Allie was like, that's not going to work. And I was like, it's on the internet. So yeah, it's going to be great. It's not. So you take an index card, and you can try this at home if you want to. But you take a regular 3x5 index card and you fold it in half. And then you basically cut slits the opposite way, but not all the way to the end. And then you go through and you cut the loop. I'll post the thing later for y'all. And then when you open it up, it makes like a ring of paper that you're supposed to be able to fit through your whole body. Well,
Not even
maybe
a
I
hamster
didn't
could
cut
fit
our,
through it.
Yeah, maybe like a hamster. I don't even think our cat could fit through it, and the cat's not that big anymore. But
Well, that's kind of fat, but
I don't know. I don't know if she could fit through it. But maybe I should have cut the slit smaller. I'm not sure. But that one didn't work so great. But I did see this one that I thought was pretty cool. And all you need are 5 toothpicks.
Yeah,
Who's on
question.
there that says, oh, we have a question? What is it? Okay. So,
see, now you can see it.
I have a Century Kid question, guys. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. We're supposed to go to Century Kid Camp July 6th through the 10th. As far as I know, those are still our dates. Every couple of days we get new updates. I have not gotten a new email from the Fuge Camp staff to let us know where we stand on stuff. But as soon as I get an update, I will let you guys know. But so far, I haven't really had any updates. We're still scheduled for July 6th through the 10th, and we're just going to have to wait and see what happens with it. Hey, Geraldine's on. Hey, Geraldine. That's somebody we used to homeschool with a very long time ago. And happy anniversary to you and he. So, all you need are 5 toothpicks, okay? Now, here's the trick. I have 1 toothpick here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Or here. I'll put it against the yellow so maybe you'll see it. So, all you have to do is you're going to take your toothpick and you're going to put your fingers like you're pinching it, and you want to put them to where they're almost centered, where the little opening is at the center of the toothpick. And then very gently, you're going to kind of pinch it and push up with your thumbs until it snaps. Now you see how I bent it? Now you don't want to snap it in half all the way. If you do, no big deal, just get another one. But you want to take it to where it'll bend, but you still want it kind of attached to itself. So, after you do that, and you do it 5 times, Allie, show them what we have right here.
1 second.
Hang on, Allie's going to tilt the camera for us so you can see good. So, I used regular wooden toothpicks on this red plate just because I thought they might show up better. Can you see our star bell?
I'm afraid I'm going to drop it.
That's okay. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Wait. Okay.
here's the deal. Now, I have just plain old water and a drinking straw. Now, I used one of the clear plastic ones just because I knew it would hold more water because it was a little longer. But what you're going to do, you can take a straw or a medicine dropper, either way, and you're going to really slowly start putting just a few drops in the center. You're going to line your toothpicks up like we have them here, where it looks like a collapsed star. I'm nervous to let it all out too quick. Can you see it start to grow a little bit? I did let it out a lot. All right, let's get a little more water. You just do a little bit at a time. Look. That's pretty cool, right? So you can grow a star on your plate. Isn't that cool? I thought it was very cool. Miss Claudia says it's cool. I did see that, Reagan, that it was your mom and daddy's anniversary, and she shared some pictures with us on Facebook, and they were so pretty. Your mom made a beautiful bride. All right, so, and thank you, Geraldine, for my happy anniversary wish. So, I've been wanting to do this for a while, just because we haven't done it. If you're somebody that I was with a really long time ago, like Miss Bailey or Miss Christina or Alex, we used to read stories every now and then, and we just haven't really read a story in a really long time in children's church or on Wednesday nights. So I thought today, maybe we'll just read a story and like have story time. But then I saw this cool star thing, which it really did turn out really cool. And it made me start thinking about one of my all-time favorites, Dr. Seuss. Mr. Derek and I started collecting Dr. Seuss books before we even had kids. I still don't even have all of them. But Ethan's 20. No, we don't have all of them. Allie's looking at me like I'm crazy. We still don't have all the Dr. Seuss books. So, if you have a favorite Dr. Seuss book, tell me. Allie, do you have a favorite Dr. Seuss book? Hey, Angel.
I flew my mouth.
Huh? Oh, she's eating M&M's behind the scenes. They're mini M&M's, which, just like double stuffed Oreos, why get anything else? Mini M&M's. Those minis? Yep. Yeah. The mini M&M's I think are the best. Something about the little crunchy candy shell, the chocolate ratio. Okay, so what? She's finished now. What's your favorite Dr. Seuss book?
I like the green eggs and ham.
You like green eggs and ham? Well, you know how I like to always give y'all a did you know? I actually have 2 facts that I thought were kind of cool about Dr. Seuss. Now, I know y'all do big Dr. Seuss days in school and y'all celebrate and have like Dr. Seuss week, but there were 2 facts that I didn't know that I thought were kind of cool. One, Allie, is about green eggs and ham. Apparently, Dr. Seuss went to Dartmouth, which is like a really, really good college to get into. And to this day, they have special events like certain clubs on campus. And one of their celebrations is if you've completed a certain task within a certain club, they have like special breakfast and they still serve green eggs and ham at the meals in honor of Dr. Seuss because he's like from there. That's where he went to school and
How would
graduated
you
from.
make green ham?
It's green eggs, and the ham was regular. It looked like they had hard-boiled eggs, but boiled them where they were green when you opened it, or maybe they were green inside, I don't know. But they had green eggs and ham. Now, the thing that I thought was pretty cool about Dr. Seuss that I learned today, and I had never learned this, is I knew that his real name was not Dr. Seuss. His name is Theodore Geisel, and Dr. Seuss is just a pen name that he used to write under. But what I didn't know is that Dr. Seuss is not really how you say it. I know. Allie is giving me a look of shock and disbelief. Do you know how you actually say it? Oh, thank you, Mindy. Not to interrupt. Nancy made this for me. Thank you.
Let me guess, you found this off the internet?
Do what? Hey, Jade. I did find it on the internet. But this is a true thing on the internet because his friend actually wrote a poem, a little rhyme, to let people know how to really say his name, but it never caught on. And so Dr. Seuss just kind of went with it, and now everybody calls him Dr. Seuss. It's actually pronounced Seuss, like voice, but with an S, because his full name is Theodore Seuss Geisel. That was his mom's maiden name. Seuss was. Who knew? But now we say Dr. Seuss, and it just stuck. I think it sounds better, don't you think? Dr. Seuss rather than Dr. Seuss.
I wouldn't want to be called. I wouldn't want to be called Dr. Seuss. I would want to be called Dr. Seuss, but not Dr. Seuss.
That sounds weird, right? It didn't even look like that, but people just kept saying it wrong. Hey, Lindsay. All right, so today, in honor of our star that we grew, we are going to read Dr. Seuss, Dr. Seuss, and the Sneetches. It's one of my favorites. All right, so here we go. Dr. Seuss says, now, the star-belly Sneetches had bellies with stars, and the plain-belly Sneetches had none upon theirs. Those stars weren't so big, they were really so small. You might think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. But because they had stars, all the star-belly Sneetches would brag. We're the best kind of Sneetches on the beaches. With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they'd snort. We'll have nothing to do with the plain-belly sort. And whenever they met some, when they were out walking, they'd hike right on past them without even talking. They're being kind of snotty, just stuck their little noses in the air. When the star-belly children went out to play ball, could a plain belly get in the game? Not at all. You only could play if your bellies had stars, and the plain belly children had none upon ours. When the star-belly Sneetches had Frankfurter roast, or picnics, or parties, or marshmallow toasts, they'd never invite the plain-belly Sneetches. They left them out cold in the dark of the beaches. They kept them away, never let them come near. And that's how they treated them, year after year. Then one day, it seems, while the plain-belly Sneetches were moping and doping along on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger zipped up in the strangest of cars. My friends, he announced in a voice clear and keen, my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean, and I've heard of your troubles. I've heard you're unhappy, but I can fix that. I'm the fix-it-up chappie. I've come here to help you. I have what you need, and my prices are low, and I work at great speed, and my work is 100% guaranteed. Then, quickly, Sylvester McMonkey McBean, he put together a very peculiar machine, and he said, you want stars like a star-belly Sneetch? My friends, you can have them for $3 each. Just pay me your money and hop right aboard. So they clambered inside. Then the big machine roared. And it clonked and it bonked and it jerked and it burked. and it bopped them about. But the thing really worked. When the plain belly Sneetches popped out, they had stars. They actually did. They had stars upon theirs. Then they yelled at the ones who had stars at the start. We're exactly like you. You can't tell us apart. We're all just the same now, you snoozy old smarties. And now we can go to your Frankfurter parties. Good grief, groaned the ones who had stars at the first. We're still the best Sneetches, and they are the worst. But now, how in the world will we know, they all frowned, if which kind is what, or the other way round? Then up came McBean with a very sly wink, and he said, things are not quite as bad as you think, so you don't know who's who. Well, that's perfectly true. But come with me, friends. Do you know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best Sneetches on beaches, and all it'll cost you is $10 eaches. He sounds like he's up to no good. Belly stars are no longer in style, said McBean. What you need is a trip through my star-off machine. This wondrous contraption will take off your stars, so you won't look like Sneetches who have them on bars. And that handy machine, working very precisely, removed all the stars from their tummies quite nicely. Then, with snoops in the air, they paraded about, and they opened their beaks and they let out a shout. We know who is who, now there isn't a doubt. The best kind of Sneetches are Sneetches without. Then, of course, those with stars got frightfully mad. To be wearing a star now was frightfully bad. Then, of course, old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them into his star-off machine. Then, of course, from then on, as you probably guessed, things really got into a horrible mess. All the rest of that day, on those wild, screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie kept fixing up Sneetches. Off again, on again, in again, out again. Through the machines they raced round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money. They kept running through, until neither the plane nor the star bellies knew whether this one was that one or that one was this one, or which one was what one, or what one was who. Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up chappie, he packed up and he went, and he laughed as he drove in his car up the beach. They never will learn. Nope, you can't teach a Sneetch. But McBean was quite wrong. I'm quite happy to say that the Sneetches got really quite smart on that day. The day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches, and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day, all the Sneetches forgot about stars, and whether they had one or not upon Mars. I don't know why I like Dr. Seuss. I just think he's always been one of my favorites. I do like the rhyming, but he has lots of good stuff to say. And not to interrupt, but I saw while we were reading where Kalina joined, and I missed you earlier. We had told you happy birthday earlier, but you weren't on quite yet. I hope you were having an awesome birthday on a Wednesday, because it is so beautiful outside. And so, if you just joined us in the middle of the story, go back and watch from the beginning, because we did a really cool star thing. But, you know, I know that you guys have been home for a while, and I personally, I'm going to go ahead and write us out, Allie. I'm just going to say it. So Allie and I are homeschooled, and even though this has changed nothing for us as far as how we do our school, we are really having a hard time getting the school done.
I still have a science test I need to do.
And I don't know what it is, except that it is so beautiful. And it's like, before we had to be at ballet 3 nights a week, and we had musical theater one night and church one night, and we were just running all the time trying to get everything done. And now it's so beautiful, and we are really having a hard time focusing. But like Kalina today, normally you totally be at school all day, and you get to be home and doing stuff, and time that we normally would not get with our friends, with our family and our brothers and sisters. God has given us this awesome, amazing time with our families. He's given us time to read stories, to sit on the patio and eat M&Ms. And even though I personally, as a homeschool teacher, am having a really hard time getting motivated to do stuff, because it's so nice, everybody's at home and we're having such a good time together. But take a minute if you have one. Don't be like Miss Whitney and don't get anything done. But take a minute if you have one. And just go outside and sit and take a deep breath. There's birds and there's wind through the trees, and it's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful day, especially for somebody's birthday. And when you go outside and you think about it, if you just look at each of these little things, God made every single one of them different. Some of the birds are big, some of them are little, some of the trees make fruit, some of them don't. It kind of all goes back to this. Some of them have stars, some of them don't. And God knew when He made each and every one of us exactly what we were supposed to be. And on this day, Kalina, how old are you? You're 11. Are you 11? Let me see, Kalina, let's see. If you're still watching, tell me. I think you're 11. I'm not sure. I'm checking to see. But when He made you, when He made Abel 1 year ago, He knew exactly what you were supposed to be. Star, no star, pretty blue eyes, whatever you were supposed to have, He knew exactly. Just like He knows for each and every single one of us. And just because somebody tells us what's good to be and what's not good to be, or if we're supposed to have this or not supposed to have that, there is no best kind. There's God's kind. There's the kind that He called each and every one of us to be. And just like this star, if we'll take whatever those little drops that God has given us, those little special things that He put into us, it can fill our heart and let it fill our minds, and we're going to grow just like that star did. And we're going to fill out and reach our full potential as long as we're letting God pour into us. Because it doesn't matter if you have the star or not. It matters what's on your inside, just like what's on the inside of our star. So if everybody would stop for just a minute for me, every head bowed, every eye closed, we're going to end in prayer. Dear God, thank you so much for giving us time just to enjoy a book together, God. Just to sit outside on this beautiful day that you've made, this extra time with family. Please don't let us squander 1 second of it. And please don't let us for 1 second squander what you've given us inside. Fill our hearts and fill our minds with all good things of you, with thoughts of you, with words of comfort from you, and with words of hope from you. Help us to be filled with you so that we grow to our full potential, and help us to enjoy the wonderful families and the wonderful earth that you've given us to spend this time together in. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, guys, I know I'm a little scattered because I'm trying to make sure I talk to everybody. I was right. She is 11. It says she's 10, but now she's 11. See? I know stuff. Before we go, I will see you guys Friday, but I need a favor, okay? So, Friday, we are going to have a flashback Friday. And in all of my organizing and cleaning that I've been doing since I've been home, I found some collections of stuff that I used to collect back in the 80s. So I thought it might be fun to show y'all one of my collections on Friday. But this is the favor I need. If you have a special collection, if you want to take a picture of it and have it saved like on your mom's phone or have it saved on the laptop, whatever you're watching from, so maybe you could add it in the comments on Friday and then everybody can see what you're collecting. If you don't want to take a picture, you can just tell us what you're collecting. But if you have one and you want to share it, take a little time this week just to maybe take a picture of it or put it all together and take a picture so you can share it with us on Friday. Other thing, you know all those rolls of toilet paper? I need you to start saving the tubes. because we're going to do some fun stuff. We're going to make a game next week, and we're even going to show you how to paint a bunny using toilet paper tubes. So, paper towels will work too. But if you have paper towel or toilet paper tubes, try to save them. And next week, maybe by Wednesday or Friday, we'll have enough saved up where we can make some good stuff. Alright guys, I love you. Thanks for coming to hang out while we read a story. If you like reading stories, let me know. We'll pick out another book and read another one next week. Oh, Miss Nancy has a video in the bottom for you guys. So if you want to have a fun song to go hang out to, it is a beautiful day. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.